style of animation is quite similar to my short film. In fact, I'm not using animation to make the character bounce everywhere, stretch, scratch everywhere. I like using animation in a more, not minimalistic, but I try to keep focus on the staging, the way I direct, and not the way I can perform. You know, I don't want to make to be a performer. It's not to show. I don't do animation to show my animation skills. It started in 2012 with my producer Marc Dupont-Avis, who called me to adapt a book from Guillaume Laurent. Guillaume Laurent is a screenwriter of Amélie.
Yeah.
And this producer was looking for a director coming maybe from short film, because he wanted something for adult, a feature film from adult, and everybody knows it's hard to do adult feature film in animation. And he thought someone coming from short film is more aware about dealing with adult things. So we started in 2012, and it has been a long journey because we were trying to get funding, and nobody wanted this. In fact, nobody wanted this project. We were quite alone. So during 4 years, I spent time to write the adaptation, and with the author of the book also involved. And but nobody wanted. We get really no support. So we finally decided to start, even we didn't have the whole budget of the film. And we made it last 18 months to make the pictures, to make production at the end. So it's like 7 years work. When I wrote the book, I thought the book was unique, strange, because of this character of the hand and the way it gives a new approach to reality. And I like this, the fact that even the book was talking about the severed hand. The subject is the severed hand. It's talking about the missing part of the severed hand, and it's talking about the rest of the body, and it's talking about us. So it's very universal. And I like to be surprised when I read a book that I don't expect I don't know what to read. It's about, I know the pitch, it's about the severed hand, but when you get surprised and you discover, oh, it's much more than that, it's always very satisfying for a viewer, for me, for a reader. And I wanted to do the same with the film. So yes, this way to use the fantastic elements, a little fantastic element into a realistic context, brings a lot of possibility and help to see the world in a different angle. So I like the way to use this way to use a little fantastic eruption into realism. I wanted not only to be, the audience is involved into a new point of view. So we have all this great perspective. We are next to the floor, and it's like a new way to discover the town, a new way to discover a character. And I wanted also this visual approach to not be only a visual approach, but to be also a sound approach. When we experiment through the point of view of the hand, the sound is not the same as for us. Everything is bigger. I wanted the music to be able to raise all this daily situation, all this urban situation, to something more cosmical, more mystical, and to and to also bring some transition between all these different timeline of the film. I take really care about the sound and the music in general in my film because it's also another layer of narration for me. I think the original story was not in the 90s, but me, I wanted to not deal with electronic and tab and device like this. I wanted something very about manipulation, about tactile, something very manual, and it has to be, this is a story of a severed hand, so it has to be about touching, manipulate things, and also it was also my own story. I mean, I had this the same age of the character at this moment, so I know really this time, and I think this is just the last years before everything changed with the phone, with everything, and now it's not the same today, and maybe the hand don't have the same place today than before. When we went to the campaign of the Oscar and when we get nominated, it's like for this kind of film, very, very auteur, very with a severed hand. It's really great, not only for me, but also for the world of animation, because it can push the boundaries of animation, and we put on the table something new. We were the only film for adults in the competition, and it shows people to the world that animation is not only for kids and family, so it's helped to open the door and to educate people. So it was really helpful, not only for me, but for the world of animation.